Hello guys, welcome to my channel. It's your boy Adma FX. So today I'm gonna show you guys how to plot your key levels using your support and resistance, your key levels, your top-down analysis using the Dapo strategy. Okay, you know, most people might have been wanting to know how he does this. So from his Forex Mastery course, if you have an insight, if you have been going through his videos and probably you don't have the funds to get the Forex Mastery course, with this video it's going to help you guys how to plot your key levels or your key zones, more like a support and resistance. So without further ado, let's dive into the business of the day. You know, most especially he really likes trading the AUD USD. Okay, so we are going to use the AUD USD as a point of example. Okay, so first of all, when you wish to draw or plot your key levels, you have to start with the most obvious zones where you have multiple candle wick rejections, which occurs several times. These are more like your support and your resistance, and you have to minimize the screen of your phone. You take it of your system or your phone, or whichever, if you're using your phone to trade or your PC to trade. Okay, so you look for where you have multiple candle wick rejections, okay, which are the most obvious zone, and most especially you start from the higher time frame. Okay, this is more like the top-down analysis. Okay, so start from your higher time frame, which is the monthly time frame, down to your daily time frame. So he looks at his monthly time frame for the overall trend of the market and also plots some few key levels on this time frame. So you just have to look to your left. This is where the current market is. Let me zoom out a little bit. This is where the current market is. You have to look to your left, okay, to your left, and looking forward for where you have multiple candle wick rejections, more like a support or your resistance, when price has occurred or has bounced in previous times. So here in the monthly time frame, you can just have, sometimes you may not even have levels in the monthly time frame due to the movement of the market, if it's going to the upside or to the downside. So if you really want to get something out of this video, I will appeal with you stay and watch to the end of this video so that you can get something out and know how this is done, because we are going to try different examples, different pace, synthetic pace, and the volatility pace too. So this is AUD USD. You have to look to your left. So I'll take my rectangle tool. You start with your most obvious zone. So for me, see the market bounce in this area, market bounce in this area, the market bounce in this area, bounce here, bounce here. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the market has respected this area for 5 good times. So to me, this is my first most obvious area. Okay, I'll make my rectangle a little bit thinner and extend it as long as I can. So imagine if we were drawing this from here, where we had this first bounce, this second bounce, this third bounce, this fourth bounce here. So apparently, if we had this drawn on our chart, we would have been anticipating a fifth bounce here, which is what occurred here, which is what caused this sell to happen here. Okay, so this is one of my most obvious zones. You draw it as not too big, as little as you can, for it to occupy those areas where you have those wick rejections. Okay, so it occupies here, occupies here, occupies here, occupies here. So we drag it down a little bit so that it could occupy. Now it has fit in here, fit in here, fit in here, fit in here, here and here. So that's our first level, which we could spot. To extend it to your right. So on looking left again, still on our monthly time frame, Another thing is very important to minimize the screen of your PC or your phone, whichever thing you're using to trade. You look left again, you're seeing where we had price bouncing here, price bouncing here, price bouncing here. So I think almost obvious zone would be this area here, this level here. Okay, price has respected that area in previous times. Let me zoom out a little bit. Let's have a better view of this. Price has respected that area in previous times. That's why we had this rejection here and here. So you draw that and you extend it to the right hand side, because we are looking forward for market to coming back to these areas and reacting again in these areas. So you do this in your higher time frame. Actually, I do this from a monthly time frame down to my daily time frame. Okay, so let's see if we can find another area here on the monthly time frame. Not really clear ones. Okay, not really clear. I think this place is an area, but so for us to have a perfect a key level is called, we scale down to our weekly time frame. Okay, minimize my screen as little as I can, zoom in. So now we have now this is our weekly time frame. We still look for same areas, or we adjust those initial areas to fit in those rejections perfectly. So here, okay, I've found another zone here. Market bounced here, all these areas under here, all these areas under here, here. This was more like a break and retest of this support level being turned resistant. So that's a very nice area too. You should be looking forward for the market to reacting from. Okay, so you draw from there and we extend to the right. We make it to fit in as much as it can. The bounce here, this bounce here, this bounce here, bounce here, and this bounce here. Okay, so these are levels we could actually find. Should we really take this level? We have a level here, level here, level here, level here. It's not really much. Market did not really these two areas here has made this level here invalid. Okay, so as you go down, he normally goes down to his daily time frame. So now you can have an overall view of the market, how the market, where to be looking for market patterns. For me, I trade patterns in this area, wait for the market to come to those levels and react, then I trade the patterns I could find. But also you can check from your weekly time frame or your daily time frame, then you can now start looking for minor zones. Okay, minor levels, like minor support and resistance levels. So if you check here, we don't really have, okay, we have a minor zone here. The market bounced here, bounced here, and here. This was a break and retest in that area. So if you even extend to the left hand side, you see it has gone as far as that side. Okay, it occupied even from here, and here. So you extend it to the left, or to the right rather. Extend it to the right. Okay, I'm looking forward for market to coming back to these levels for reaction. You can represent your minor levels with whichever color that you wish. Okay, I would love to take the blue color. That blue, I don't know. Okay, I love to use a blue color. Since blues, what we aim for in the market here is blues. So now you have to scale down to his 4-hour time frame. Look for entries from his 4-hour time frame. So now if we go back to our weekly time frame or daily time frame, we now have a good, if from even our weekly time frame, this place that we had drawn here from our daily time frame, if you still extend it to the left, you see it started from way back here, this area, this bounce here, this bounce here, this bounce here, this bounce here, a bounce here. Okay, so this level is the next level target which the market will be respecting. To be the next level targets where the market will be respecting. So these are minor levels too that you should be looking at for the market. So what you just need to do is wait for market to come to these areas, give you patterns, candle rejections, breakout retrace, breakout, or whichever strategy you are using. But I'm on another video. Just do well to like, share, and subscribe this video so that you can get other in-depth videos concerning the Dapo strategy that I will share with you guys. So this is for AUD USD. I can also take it down to the GDP USD. You just do same. It's very easy and very simple. Okay, you see we will be faster. Okay, it will be faster on this one. I can find a bounce here, bounce here, bounce here. So you still use our white color to represent those face areas. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 bounces. These are very strong levels, and this has been one of those reasons I knew that GDP USD was going to go to the downside. So another level we are looking out for is this level, this bounce, this bounce, this bounce, and this bounce. So I'll take it up a little bit to accommodate the other rejections too. Okay, so that's the level we saw, and this level too is a good level to look out for, but we will see clearly on the lower time frame, like the weekly time frame. So now we are done with the daily time frame. You see how easy it is to spot out those key levels or to plot key levels with the strategy. So now you go to our weekly time frame, we look for the minor zones, or we can adjust our initial zones on the weekly time frame. So nothing really much here on the weekly time frame here, nothing really much. So currently the market is here, so we'll be looking forward for the market to continue on the downtrend, either react at this spot here and continue going down, or come back to this level here or somewhere here in the middle and start going down. But the overall trend of the market is a downtrend. So okay, let's go to let's show you this also works good or clearly on BTC too. BTC, this is 1 week time frame. Let's go to the daily the monthly time frame on Bitcoin. Okay, it's not Bitcoin, people that have been buying Bitcoin ignorantly, trading Bitcoin ignorantly. Bitcoin is not only, you don't really only make money from Bitcoin only when it's going up. You can also make money from Bitcoin when it's going up and when it's coming down, for the real forex traders. So you look for the most obvious zone. The most obvious zone of the market is where the market currently is the most obvious zone on Bitcoin. Okay, where the market currently is the most obvious zone on Bitcoin. So This level here too is a good zone, but you can't really draw it perfectly here on the higher time on the monthly time frame. So we have to scale down to our weekly time frame. These are things we could just see only this zone on the monthly time frame. Pardon. Okay, so let's go to our weekly time frame. So okay, we can have, you saw this rejection here, this rejection here, and this rejection here. So this level is also a very nice, good level to watch out for. Watch out for rejections or breakouts or patterns in this area. Okay, we had this level we had from the from a monthly time frame. So if we look closely inside here, we have another level here, this rejection here, this rejection here, this here, and this here. 1 2 3 4. So it makes a perfect, you know, these areas you can find them when market rejections happens at least occurs more than 2 times. Okay, more than 2 times. These areas are good areas to draw your levels from. And if you look really deep inside here, this is more like a head and shoulder, inside there. Okay, so you can either take it from this top here or you take it from this, but since we have, like I said, more than 2 or from 2 and above is okay, we rather take this upside. So these are the 3 levels, or you can also take this high. Can take this high, but it's gonna take months for the market to even come back to this area. Okay, so for me on Bitcoin, you see Bitcoin actually formed what we call a double top up here, double top up here. Okay, Bitcoin formed a double top up here. So, and formed a head and shoulder inside here. So we are really looking forward for Bitcoin to continue going down. But if it doesn't, because where the market currently is a very strong area. Okay, let's scale down to a 1 day time frame. Let's see if we can find minor levels. Okay, and to me there is no strong minor level, but if you want to take a level into consideration, it could be either here, somewhere here, could be here, oh sorry, it could be this level. Could take that level into consideration. Okay, take this level into consideration for Bitcoin. This level is actually a good strong level too, but it's more like a minor level. You extend it as long as you can, because why you're drawing all these things is so that when market comes back to this area, they can react. Pardon. Okay, so for Bitcoin, if Bitcoin actually, okay, if Bitcoin actually successfully breaks through this area, I'll be looking forward for a break and a retest of this area and a continuation down to the downside. Okay, if Bitcoin is able to break this area, but if we see a good bullish engulfing candle here, if Bitcoin closes within the week or within the month, let's say within the month or within the week, a good bullish engulfing candle covering this initial red candle here, engulfing this to the upside, then that means Bitcoin is back to life and is going to start the rally back to the upside. So the level where where Bitcoin currently is a very strong level, which you should be looking out for, either buys or sells. Okay, but due to the double top being formed here, bless me, double top being formed here, an inner inverse head and shoulder, a break of this neckline, I still think Bitcoin may continue going down. But if it doesn't, that's why we are traders. We make money from either the upside or from the downside. I wait for Bitcoin to close with a good bullish engulfing this initial red candle here, bearish engulfing candle here, like to this level, and a retest somewhere, and we trade it up to this next level and back to the upside. So that's actually it for Bitcoin. And for V75, because I love trading synthetic indices though. Okay, and there's nothing much on the monthly time frame. V75 has actually been going up since 2019. V75 has actually been going up, so there's nothing much on the monthly time frame. So we scale down to our weekly time frame. Yes, so here on our weekly time frame, I think we can find some areas. We had a bounce here, a bounce here, a bounce here, a bounce here, and more like a bounce here. So where the market currently is on V75 too is a very strong area which the market has been respecting for months. Okay, so you try to draw it as close as possible so that it could occupy this bounce. Okay, occupy this bounce, or if you still want to bring it to this downside, but if you bring it to the downside, it's more like an inner minor level. The downside is really for the lower time frame, probably like the daily time frame or the 4-hour time frame, but I really draw these levels to daily time frame and nothing much than the daily time frame. So I extend it to the left and we look for our next level, obvious level. Okay, you could see a bounce here, a bounce here, and a bounce here. So this is a good level for us to, on the weekly time frame. We are still on the weekly time frame. Okay, this is a good level for us. This support here is also a good level for us. This area here, we had this rejection more than twice. Okay, so this is what we could find on our weekly time frame. Remember, we did not have much on our monthly time frame, so we had to go down to the weekly time frame. So here on our daily time frame, now we are on our daily time frame, we can redefine this, what we drew on our weekly time frame. We can redefine it a little bit, make it closer. Okay, you can redefine it to accommodate those weeks. Okay, I think it's pretty much good here. It's pretty much good here. So okay, so there's nothing much happening on V75 too, but if you were to look for market trading opportunities, okay, on V75, since because of this head and shoulder, the sell trade will, if we have a good close, if you have a bearish engulfing closing below here down to the downside, probably will see V75 bleeding all the way to the downside, and that will be pretty bad. Okay, but actually I've been on the buys. I've been buying all this. I've been buying V75 for a pretty long time now. So I'm actually looking forward for V75 going to the upside. I know why, because of my strategy and my confirmations, which I use to trade. For people that are on my Telegram channel, they know this, they know the strategy that we use to trade. Mind you, if you are not on our Telegram channel, you can go to the description below. You see the link to the Telegram channel. Click and join. We drop free signals there, free profitable signals, and we also conduct some free Zoom sessions some days of the week too. So you can also benefit from this, from our signals and our Zoom sessions, which we analyze all this market like we did in V75 and Step Index earlier today. So that's if you still want to draw your minor levels, okay, you want to draw your minor levels, I think this is more like an inverse head and shoulder, what the market is trying to print here. This level here, this level here, this level here. So I love to represent that with the blue color. Okay, I think this is a good zone too, but since the market is already at this zone, I prefer it to break above here to confirm the bias. Okay, so this level 2 is a good area. This level is a good minor area for V75 daily. Let's check out 4 hours. There's too much noise on 4 hour. Okay, if there's too much noise, that's why it's good to draw your key levels from higher time frame, because higher time frame is going to compress all this noise. It's going to compress all this noise in one. Like here in 4 hours, you can see how the market was more like, it's looking more like a range, not going up, not coming down, just going up and coming down. But if you go to 1 day, it's clean, it's a little bit clean. If you go to 1 week, it's just few candles and it's clean. Okay, so this actually how to draw your key levels on any pair of your choice. Anything tradable, you can trade with this strategy, the Dapo strategy on how to draw key levels. Okay, so actually on my next video, I'll be showing you guys how he makes his entry on the lower time frame, how he does the top-down analysis down to the lower time frame and execute his entry and his exit. So for now, just learn this, practice it on all the page that you normally trade, practice it and watch what the market has been doing in these areas, and I can bet you it's gonna work if and only if you wait, you're patient enough to wait for market to always come back to these zones to you to trade. Before you could trade, you make a lot of money. And let me tell you another secret. Even though you wait for the market, even though you are making the wrong decisions on key levels, let's say the actual trade is a buy and you click a sell on a key level, you actually, if you're a scalper, on the long run you still make profit. Why? Because on these key levels, market is always trying to form patterns and taking decisions whether to go up or to come down or to reverse. So like you can see here in volatility 75, market was more like ranging. So buyers and sellers in this area are making money. Buyers and sellers are making money. So if you're patient enough to wait for the market to come to your key levels, or for them to come to your key levels before making entries, you see you'll be making good profit from the market and not blowing your account unnecessarily. So that's all for today, guys. See you guys on my next video. Please do well to like, share, and also subscribe. Drop a comment on the comment section on what video you would like me to post next, or what educational forex video you love me to do for you guys to understand, or if you still have questions concerning how to plot these key levels or any other forex related questions, you can drop it on the comment section. I will do well to reply you guys, and do well to like, share, subscribe. Check on the link on the description below to join our Telegram channel. See you guys on the other side. Ciao.